Blanca, just as a comparison, just watch Trump on Gutfeld. You got to see that. It's a great episode. With this, Blanca, with your mechanism, I know exactly how Trump feels. With everything, everyone jumping on him, the view, the media, everything that he does good. You see that Trump is awesome. They just cut everything down, twist it and make it a negative. Baby, think about it. That's how it is with your mechanism and me. Every single thing that I do good or good that's us, you're basically the media and the view. Oh, he does that. Oh, that's not that. Oh, he does that. Oh, he's not that great. He does this. Oh, he's got a brand new hotel just blocks away from the White House, and it's some gorgeous hotel, and the media says, oh, he's selling timeshares down the street. It's that bad, baby. And I try to have a good attitude of it. But a lot of times it just builds up, and I'm like, oh my God, how? Why me? My God. When is it gonna stop? And I wouldn't be on this except from what you showed me at Sam's and at Walmart. Jeez, baby, you gotta see those videos. I'm gonna tell you about Walmart. I was trying to tell you in this other video. I was already there. I had to go out in my car. I came back and your car was parked. I had to go get something out of my car to return it. And I knew not to get close to you. I know how to be careful around you, baby. I should have came up around behind you. That's actually worked before. Because I know, baby. Your mechanism is fickle. Oh my God. So I said hi, and you looked up, and then you looked down, and you're like, and all of a sudden it looked so, you looked like one of the Three Stooges, baby. It was so not believable. You reach in and you pull out a little container of pepper spray, like a pen. And it was like poor acting. It wasn't real. It wasn't. And Blanca, it was pointed to your own face. My God. I can imagine who talked you into getting that. Keep it. You're going to need it for him. Unbelievable. So I said, Blanca, we're on video again. Sure enough, my employee comes up. We got up to the cash register, and you went and kind of tucked behind an employee. It was a black woman. She had like a jacket, and you pulled her jacket to you, and you were looking. I swear to God, you showed me, what I sat there and watched. It was like you looked like a 10-year-old little girl that she loves her daddy. I swear this is what I saw. I'm like a director saying what I saw. Like an actor's actress's performance. Like a 10-year-old little girl who loves her daddy very much and just got yelled at by him. And you didn't show anger or fear. You kind of tucked behind her jacket, and it's like the look like, Daddy, don't yell at me. Don't you love me? That's what I saw. Unbelievable. It wasn't fear of me, baby. You showed me clearly, because that was real. You showed with the pepper spray. I'm like, are you kidding me? Blanca, you're going to shoot your own eyes. You're going to spray your own eyes. And then at Sam's, you showed me more. You were fine in there, in the store, listening about the purse. We were going outside, I could see you hiding. When you yelled at, you were so angry. You never even looked at me. So it wasn't aimed at me. You were just so angry, and I've described it in other videos. And after it happened, I'm like, oh my God, she doesn't hate me. That was just pure anger. Blanca, you're angry. Your mechanism just does strange things to you. And I know what they are, but I can't sit here and explain everything that I saw. I just did, but about at Walmart, but wow, that was something to see, baby. And you will be amazed if you see that video. I'm kind of a little appalled about the pepper spray. Jesus, pepper spray. Blanca, I'm your biggest protector on the planet. You know that. Everyone knows that. I wouldn't hurt a hair on your head. Gosh, really? Your mechanism is my nemesis. Totally against me. And that's what keeps you away since Mexico. And I think you've probably kept and listened to that recording a few times after the third week after we got together. Because I think back now, your mechanism popped up a few times. You said some really angry things relating to the recording. So that recording, Blanca, you're living in the past. We already talked about all that stuff that was said. Now that I've seen it, I heard it 4 or 5 times after Mara showed, or let Dan hear it over the phone. I first heard it when Alex sent it. She was very angry, so I didn't even listen to it. I didn't have time. I thought, I know what I said, I guess. No, Blanca, I know it sounded bad. I said some bad things. I think after the 4th time or 5th time that I listened to it, I'm like, how did I get to that point in my mind? Never spoken to you like that before. And never since. And I'm thinking, could I have been in a trauma state also? Why not? It's possible. I never got triggered. It never got activated or triggered, however you want to say it, when I got shot twice. Or my van rolled over end to end and over and over. A few pretty bad accidents I've been in. But that could have been very traumatic for me. That morning I got served the divorce papers. I didn't divorce you. You served me. Because it was that day that before I got the notice, I got the call from my attorney that I've already paid them just to talk to them from my Discover card. They called just before I got served the papers. They said, "Do you want to continue and go forward?" I said, "No, I don't want to divorce my wife. It sounds horrible." Then I got served the papers. So then I had to call them back and say, "I guess I do have to hire you. Go forward." And I got in that ugly argument with Daryl on the phone, and Margaret was totally defending you, and it was just a yuck, and we got past that, baby. Because if it was an issue, would you even have texted me? No. But you did. And we had awesome time when we gave each other freedoms. Going off getting married was not even close to the freedoms we gave each other. It's kind of a dumb thought I just had the other day. Jesus. We weren't really talking about that. When I told Nuri, when I was at her house, I was there for 4 hours. And then she goes and turns on me too. It's just like, God, women. And I think I said this in another video. My idea at the time, and I still think it's possible, baby. Something's gonna happen. I have faith, baby. For us, is what I mean. And if it does, let's get together with your friends and talk about how to be a real friend. If someone's husband or boyfriend comes to them, don't throw them under the bus and blow it up all to hell just for their own benefit. It's exactly what she did, baby. Oh, now I'm Blanca's best bestie. Jesus. How greedy. And they would learn and they would understand and they would think, yeah, I was kind of stupid. Gina was an idiot. And Gina did the same thing. Oh my God. The 10 or 14-year-old girl. You already know, because I knocked on her door. It was after all that happened about your final text. And I'm like, so I knocked on her door. She let me in. I'm not going to say this. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. The way she acted. No, I'm going to tell you. She's like, Darren, she was being nice, and she had her pajama tops. It's kind of the same material you have. Kind of like it's a thick and just a square cut at the bottom, and she had the pajamas. You have the same. But I told her, I said, Gina, I asked you to do that, to offer to help with her no reassurance, and you didn't do that, Gina. I said, I came to you because I think we know each other good enough that you know my character is pretty good. I've been here many times for parties. We went out to dinner at P.F. Chang's. You've been at my apartment. And what she does is she takes her fingers and she takes the corner of her pajamas and she goes, just a bit like a little kid. She goes, I really don't know you that much. I thought, oh my, is there a mirror? Can I show you how you're looking? Does Ed, if he saw you act like that, he'd like smack you up alongside the head and say, Gina, what WTF? What are you doing? You look like an idiot. Like a little girl. It was amazing. So I've seen that too. We can have a little get together, whatever, and talk about all that stuff. But you, baby, she obviously has some kind of trauma also. Clearly. I never knew about all this stuff, baby. I didn't know about traumas and mechanisms. 2 years ago. Now I'm like no more than a damn therapist. Living real life, first-hand knowledge. And now most therapists that I've met and been in my passengers, they're victims themselves. How the hell can you become a therapist if you're a victim, a former alcoholic, and a former been in jail? How the hell become a certified therapist with a background like that? I don't get it. Ay, ay, ay. I'm just going off. I'm talking to myself. I want our family back, baby. I want us to be normal. We learned so much. I've learned so much. I've never been bad to you. Except that stupid recording. We've had a few texts because your mechanism was just not making sense. Once in November and once in December. After Christmas, we were awesome again. Never had I've seen you shimmered a few times. I know those word for word. What happened? Because when you say something, I'm going to tell you. How about that? I got time. Got all the time in the world. It was after church. Just so you know, so you can know in your mind when it happens. We were going to Marshall's because we were just Saturday up downtown off of 7th by Montgomery Plaza over there to return stuff Saturday, and it was so busy we're both like, let's come tomorrow. Okay. So we were after church. We just left the church. We're on that one. There's a railroad track above us. It was Handley, Etterville, I think. And you mentioned, I think one of us mentioned, should we go and return that stuff to Marshall's? And then I was saying, well, the traffic, it's going to be kind of rough or busy again. And you said, oh, no, it should be great. I said, and I just listened to you? Okay. And I said, let's give it a whirl. And I go, you don't know what give it a whirl means, do you? Because I know you, baby. English is your second language. I know what the terms you don't know and what you do know. And you go, no, what? I explained it's like when a whirlpool or the sink drains or something starts up, it gets faster and faster and faster, and then you take off. Let's give it a whirl and let's go. Go to Marshall's. And then you said, well, first we're going to go to Walmart on Beach. And then we decided, definitely, let's go to Marshall's first, return it. And then I'm just before the exit, I just happened to say, oh, I know a new exit because I'm new to the area. I know an exit that'll take us right to Target instead of going the apartment exit and going all the way down. And you said, I thought we were going to Walmart. Okay. Boom, I turned off into the Beach exit and we went to Walmart. That wasn't a big deal. It's just when you're shimmering, you don't hear things. And then Another thing, when we went to church, we were going to church, and I had to go show 3 houses. I'm not going to mention that. That's too much fun. Fun involved. It was all fun. Baby, you have to understand and realize, baby. Blanca, if you don't, it's not going to be good, baby. God, I have so much fun. I want you to be with me and enjoy how I am. I've broken out of my shell. I broke out of my shell before Mexico. I got rid of my egos. All of it. Real quick, I learned. I went to the wedding. You didn't even have to ask me to go to church. I volunteered. You didn't ask me to go to that wedding. You didn't ask me to go get a tuxedo. I just went and got it. Got fitted and everything. Because I wanted to be with you. And when we were at the wedding, oh my God, I felt electric with you. You were the prettiest woman in the wedding. You were hugging my arm at least half the night because you knew I could not keep my eyes off you. You were my focus was you and you and you. And you knew that. You felt special. And then I was ready to go on the dance floor. I was ready to go, have fun. And then I sensed you started shimmering, and you didn't want me to be embarrassed at dancing, and I was ready, baby. And then we quickly decided, let's go. So we did. We got in the car. Boom. Didn't talk about how fun it was. We didn't take pictures. I know why we didn't take pictures after I was sick. I had Devin take pictures of me before I got changed out of my tuxedo. And I seen the picture. I was like, oh my God, no wonder we didn't take selfies. My face was just skinny, and oh my God. I was sick, Blanca. That was just before I felt really ill. Weeks before. Just weeks after we went to Mexico. Had to go to Mexico. Blanca, this ain't gonna work with Larry. I know it, baby. Shirley knows it. I've already said it in other videos. God, the stuff I've had to read and videos that I've found just to keep me. There's some pretty cool videos. Because, God, it's just one thing after another. Today was another one. I'm not going to say it. It's just bullshit with yeah, I'm going to tell you. I have to spend $25 a week, $27 a week to go to a Zoom class, which I just sit in my car. Luckily, it's at dark because I can have a cigarette. You're not supposed to smoke or drink. The rules, you can't have it has to be a clear glass so they don't tell it's alcohol. How the fuck they get tell by looking at a video. The stupid rules. And what's the course that I'm taking that I have to take for 18 weeks? I've got one more. I have to sit and listen to all these people that were in jail that have beat their wives to hell, broken their faces, raped their young girls for real. Monster people. And they're so nice, and they put on these fake stuff, and they joke and charming with the therapist and it's everything than when I was there in jail. You hear the same bullshit stories. Everyone acts like, oh, my wife she's a bitch and all this. And I'm like, oh my God, you're an idiot. You can tell. But the course, the Zoom course, is for people that are charged for battering their wives. Part of my probation, which is $95 a month. So I have to pay $200 a month because of the 2 misdemeanors. Plus November, my auto background check came up for my anniversary for driving Uber. I got disqualified because I got 2 misdemeanors on my record. So when I was told I have to take this for beating my wife, I told the woman was actually, I said, well, someone's going to have to catch me up on how to beat my wife, because I don't know goddamn how to. I never beat my wife. Why the hell am I have to take this class anyways? But no, I have to listen to these stupid stories from a stupid therapist. Former alcoholics, drug addicts. One of them's probably a prostitute. How the hell? Stupidest stuff I've ever been involved in. The probation officer, every time like today, I'm not going to say, I just get a little more, the system just, nothing I can't handle. Nothing I can handle anything, baby. My will is so strong because of you, baby. Wow. And then I told that, like, the third class, I just listened. I'm like, God, these guys are so stupid. And I told them, I told them about the traumas and what we're dealing with, and it's some serious shit. It's nothing to joke about. And I told them there's probably 20 people online. And everyone was listening. And by the end of the class that we were signing off, and two black guys, they go, Mr. Darren, thank you for saying that, because we're going through the same stuff. His wife has a trauma too. But Blanca, every case or story that I've heard, the person with the trauma never admits it. Never admits it. My buyer client, Kevin, he's the one. I'm sure you would remember, because he was a for sale buyer at a for sale by owner. I came to meet him to let him into the house. When I pulled up to meet him, he's a guy 35 years old, white guy. He was drying his eyes from tears because he just got divorced from his wife, and his wife is basically the same thing. He doesn't know why he's divorced. And I told him after we were talking, he gives me a hug. I finally admitted that I was divorced. That was that summer, last summer. And first time because I don't brag about that. That's nothing I'm proud of. I've only told 2 people that I don't know that I'm divorced. And I told you, baby, it's not, you don't want the D word associated with your name. It means someone failed. Usually it's the guy. I think the stats is 70% of the guys are at fault of a divorce. Ask Larry. Blanca, I know you have not asked him. Or he voluntarily smoothed it over and... Blanca, you know bullshit. You know red flags. Your mechanism doesn't. Because I have a theory. Your mechanism had to do so much. You made her job twice as difficult, Blanca, because you never gave it a reason to be this way to me, which I thought was hating me, but I know you don't hate me. I was thinking to say, if someone wants to know if you're in a bubble, if you're still suffering right now, I could call a Deeth. Listen to this, funny girl. If a Deeth would call you and say, Blanca, why did you divorce Darren? You would spark. And I would tell them, let's put a little test. If you want to see Blanca's mechanism for yourself, call her, ask her, Blanca, why did you divorce Darren? She's going to say, either, well, you saw the recording. He's pretty bad. Right? And I would say that's what she would say, because she has no other reason. And then I would tell them, then say, yeah, but that's already, you guys already been past that, right? That's what he said. It's so easily detectable, Blanca. To where if someone did ask you why did, then you'd have to, your mechanism would jump in. Because you don't want to argue, you don't want to feel silly, you don't want to feel embarrassed. That's the whole purpose of your mechanism, baby. So you don't have to be embarrassed. But you don't know what it says. And it embarrasses you because you don't know what it said. And then someone asks you again, and you say something different. That's what starts the whole thing, baby. And it's going to happen again and again and again. Blanca, you have to get rid of it. And if someone did ask you that, they would see firsthand, oh my God, Blanca. I see what Darren's talking about. Yes, baby, it's that obvious. My gosh. And I'm telling this to people and they're like, I don't believe it. I heard the recording. Blanca, that recording, you're living in the past. That's called depression. You know that. And then you got to worry about the future. If you got anxiety, worried about the future, your mechanism has you living in fear, has you hiding, has you to the point of lying. Why does your mechanism lying now? Resorting to lying. You don't lie, Blanca. Never have. And we tested it. or I saw it many times over the summer. Where you would catch yourself almost in a lie, and then you thought before you even finished the word or the sentence, you didn't say it. 1. The second time I was at your apartment, I told you to call the police because you were very upset. Your mechanism jumped in. I said, Blanca, call the police. They're going to come here and help us like they did before. The good police, the Bedford. They care for you, Blanca. There's 8 officers that are very concerned of you. There's 2 squads at each time that were there. Both times, the 2 officers that were talking to you came over to me with the third. I think there's 10 officers. Each one has a captain. And the second time, when Max was in my car, if that helps you remember, the captain comes over with the guy that just talked to you, and he looks at me very concerned, and he goes, "Is she okay?" I go, "Why? What did she say?" She said her husband is single. That doesn't make sense. Blanca, that was before we were divorced. That was in June. And you would say, even with the paramedics, they would believe you, the woman. I went to jail. They would tell me with the paramedics, "Oh, she says you're divorced." I go, "No, I got the paperwork in my car that says we're not." "Well, she has paperwork, she does." "Okay, then let me show you mine." No, it's a civil matter. See what I mean? I never catch a break. In Texas, women rule. I'm glad, baby. Any other place? No, you're not going to have any rights, Blanca. Blanca, I need you. You're not going to see this anytime soon. It's already in another video that I sent to Rosa. Rosa has anything. I got some pretty cool stuff going on. I don't know. I have to worry about being pulled over. You wouldn't believe it. I finally talked to the city manager a couple of weeks ago. Talked to the mayor. He said, "I'm sorry, I can't help you. It's by law, policy, whatever." To tell them what's going on because of the detective and the captain and the chief. Someone needs to know what's going on in his city about these police running around arresting people, issuing warrants with no crimes. Costing me a lot of money, my apartment, everything, eviction on my record. Jeez, Blanca. Got $1,400 I had to pay that I couldn't afford to get my car back. So luckily the city manager heard me, heard the story, was concerned. He said he'd do something. Then I got the thing about not driving for Uber, so I left him a message once, and then another day he didn't, so I called his office. "Could you please have him call me? I just have some more important information." Didn't return my call. So I went to the damn mayor's office. You have to pick up a phone. "Yes, I'd like to talk to the city manager." I'm waiting there 10 minutes. 2 officers come through there. 2 officers come from the other side. "Mr. Zorn?" I'm like, oh my God, now what? I'm thinking. The guy was so spineless. He didn't want to answer any questions because he doesn't know what he's doing or how to handle it. So he goes and spends our taxpayer dollars. The guys are getting paid anyways, but they're on the clock. But still, go send them out arresting bad guys. I'm sitting here calm as crap, waiting, not a threat. And they send four officers, and then the captain that I got a beef with, he pops around the corner like a little kid, and he stayed there behind the officers. I'm thinking, would you grow some balls and get out here, you little baby? God. And he goes, whoa, there's nothing we can do in this and this and that. So I said, okay. One of the officers gave me a number to call. Downtown. The court, the county. Okay, I'm free to go, right? Okay. Have a good day. Go out to my car. I'm thinking they're going to be watching me, of course. Cameras, wherever, traffic cameras. Downtown Fort Worth has over 4,000 new cameras. And they can scan license plates from the cameras, let alone facial recognition. That's how I got pulled over in the stockyards and ambushed by 3 squad cars because of Detective Broom and his captain. Of me leaving a message on his... I'm just talking for nothing. I'm talking for my own benefit, I guess. Baby, you are the love of my life. Do you understand me? Te amo, mi vida. I love you with all my heart. I don't have any anger for you. I never did. Since you texted me from September to move from Murphy to Pecan, I haven't done a single thing, baby. I didn't bother you. I didn't text you all the time. You texted me every time we got together. You called me, texted me. What am I supposed to think? It's been at least over 100 times I'm thinking we're that close to being normal. Normal how? Normal. We're intended to be with each other, baby. I want to see your smiley eyes again. I want to see your wings. I want you to be in the room with me. But I'm dealing with it. I'm managing. It's tough. I don't have a mechanism blocking feelings from you. I remember you every single day. I should have a mechanism by now, from the way your mechanism treats me. Like I said in another video, Blanc, I've never been treated like this by anyone in my entire life this bad. But never in my life. I never deserved this, and I still don't. It's your mechanism that's kicking my ass. I have to tell myself in the morning, do not cry, do not cry, do not cry. Have a good attitude. I tried studying Cody's, the codes. Repeating the sacred codes 45 times. And then that YouTube videos, they say 41 times. It's like, come on. Blanca, I know you hear me when I talk to you. I know you can do that. You have that gift. That's what's mentioned in Cody's. I told you about it. It's a very impressive, cool story. You have 2 special gifts without even practicing. How they tell you how you should practice to achieve those gifts. I just saw a license plate today. I'm waiting for my sandwich, and it says JBZ, BZ. I have a letter written to Shirley, letting her know that I said, Shirley, one of Blanca's biggest pet peeves, annoyances, is when you would think of something to change your hair, add something, or a belt, or wear something different away, and then with days, a week or 2 later, you'd see someone else wearing it, and you would always complain to me. It's like, I just thought of that. I just thought of that. And that was my idea. God, you're so cute. And I said, and that's when she was showing me purses, and I mentioned joking about the little purse lighting up when you opened it. And your reaction to me was, zip, lock it, throw away the key. That's what you showed to me. And I said, are you kidding me? You haven't seen that before. Yeah, don't say a damn thing. So I went to the attorney. I said, could you imagine? Another video, I just told you that last week I've talked to Milan. I had to call Milan, Italy, for Prada. Talked to them twice. And then days before, I talked to Balenciaga, B-A, like Valencia. Oh, another story about your dad. I had a passenger downtown at Stockyards. They were speaking of a man and a woman, probably maybe our age. Very pretty, very well dressed. I couldn't detect what was kind of Spanish, so I asked him, I said, what's the language are you speaking? And she goes, Basque. You're part, it's a language. I think it's an area too, where your DNA, 62% Spain, and so I said, oh wow. And she goes, well, we're from Valencia, Spain. And I said, wow, cool. And she said there's only like 2 million people that speak Basque. And so I told her, I said, Valencia, Spain, wow. I said, yeah. It got talking, and then I said, have you ever heard of the last name Raybora? She goes, oh, sangre azul. Blue bloods. She knew like that, Blanca. Your father's name, Blue Bloods. And I had to go and learn what Blue Bloods actually translates to. White people, baby. royal white people. You see the blue bloods in their veins. Just saying, Blanca, your dad is even more important to the Spanish, the royal family than the bloodline than your mom is. Wow, if Mara didn't, you guys could have had a lot of benefits if Mara, because you told me the story when the Spanish embassy knocked on your mom's door when you were younger. Mara was older. How old? I don't know. You never said. Or you decide today's the day, you decide Spain or Mexico. Mara convinced your mom to say Mexico. Understandably. Reason being, they invaded our country and now we speak your language, Spanish. I get it. But my God, the benefits you could have had if you didn't decide that. Some of the benefits, Blanca, is flight. I didn't want to tell you that. Your birthright is so special with your passport. The way it was explained, what I read, you could basically show your passport wherever Trump's plane is on. Wherever Trump's plane is, if he was in Dallas or wherever. They would radio ahead to his Secret Service, whatever, and Trump would invite you on the airplane because of who you are. Pretty cool, huh? But you wouldn't want to hear that. They would pay for your flight, Spain would. They're not the most powerful country in the world. They used to be. That's why it's all Spanish doubloons and Spanish 8 pieces and pieces of 8 and royal Spanish golden cities, which were Mayan and Aztec, and whoever in South America. But they still, Blanca, the family protects their bloodline. Even though you denounced it, your mom denounced it, you're double special. Both of your parents are royal blood. Your dad, you kids were specifically told, and the rest of his family were told not to know how special he was. That's why on the DNA website, search Ray Bora. I tried to find it. I don't think it's there anymore. But there was pages of last name Ray Boras. All of them, and it's known that they were, most Ray Boras, their birthplace was MFD. Federal District. Mexico City. But the funny thing was, some of the names were blurred out, some of them the dates were, some of the date of births were. I could definitely tell it was your dad. It was blurred out. Yampias, everything. And the date, I don't recall the date. I could tell your dad, that was your dad. And then all of the other relatives, the Ray Boras, that is in his bloodline on his page of his family tree. Dead or alive, their last known residence or current residence address is in Cook County, Illinois. The same county, it's basically the same county as I was born, DeKalb. It's two separate, it's kind of like HEB, Hearst, Euless, Bedford. They join counties certain community projects like police and stuff like that. But all your dad's family that were born in Mexico City live in the county I was born. And when I tell that to people, passengers, they're like, are you kidding me? Another fifth, that's destiny. Blanca, we're so many ways that we're infinitely connected. My God. And the other way is what you told Shirley. You basically told Shirley that took me a month to write out. It was at least 2 paragraphs. It wasn't a simple saying or phrase. You, with our connection, call it what you want, took word for word, took about a minute to say it. You told Shirley the night before I was telling her what I wanted to tell you about getting rid of your mechanism. That's pretty cool, baby. That's a gift. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna go. I'm tired. I'm talking to myself. I got a lot of stuff to do. I gotta study. Trump's doing way awesome. Oh my God. I hope you're watching it. He's gonna be in history books as the greatest president ever. Better. Even Sylvester Stallone said he's going to be better than George Washington's known of. Because now he's got everything in his control. No more bullshit FBI, no more CIA and other countries after them. Australia and England and Italy and the Vatican against him, pitting against him. No, baby, they're all coming to him. Can we come to Mar-a-Lago? Can we come tomorrow? Facebook, Jeff Bezos of Amazon, he owns the Washington Post. They're all on his side. They know they have to. Either out of smarts and or fear for what they did. They know what they did the first time. Now each of them are putting $1 million into his inauguration or his library. I think the inauguration day. Blanca, it's me, baby. Mi vida, it's me. I need to rely on you, baby. I need you whole. Because once you get rid of that mechanism, the sky is the limit, Blanca. My God, it is. God, we can manufacture the purse. We're going to need help from your family and your friends. Connections to finance to manufacture it. Because licensing it, it's just $1 million the first year, and then more likely more and more per year. It's a lot of money, but not 300-400% more than that. To manufacture it is huge, baby. It's a worldwide market for it, just the purse. Manufacturing it, we can have it in Walmart's, Targets, you name it. Licensing it, it's just going to be just $300 to $10,000 bags, purses. But we were always thinking, I think we talked about, we want it in every woman to afford to have it. And it will be. for generations. It'll be around, those features will be in purses 50, 60 years. For an example, I remember when I first went to one of the first times I was flying in first class. I think probably to Chicago. I ended up sitting next to a guy who was very stuffy. Turned out he had a few drinks and he loosened up and he's like, "Oh, I invented the microwave popcorn bag." I'm like, wow, cool. And he goes, "Well, I thought you were a rock star." What? Just because I had a suit on and my hair was long in the back? No, I'm not a rock star. But then I was thinking, God, that was 50, 60 years ago he invented that. That's a long time for a patent to people to still be using that. And I'm going to tell you that about Shirley, what I was telling her. Could you imagine if you have nothing to do with me again? Blanca, I don't know if it's going to be next week, next year, 2 years from now. I told Shirley, what a mind fuck for you. Wherever you go, whatever store, whatever state, whatever country you're in, Blanca, you'll be walking around with whoever you're with. Oh, a BMZ bag, purse. And you're going to be walking down the street. I thought of that. Baby. Your mechanism got us to this. God. Devastated our families, baby. Our kids. Our futures. And then you're going to go to a friend's house to play cards or whatever you do, or go to a party or out, and everyone's walking around with a purse that lights up and opens up in the theater and the light comes on, and you don't have one because your neck mechanism probably says, fuck that. Yeah, that's how it happens, baby. That's how your mechanism acts for you. Deny, belittle, or not belittle, just how you can handle that, I don't know, baby. It's just a damn shame. And you go to a friend's house and they've got one, they're using one. God. I'm gonna say now. I'm not gonna pout. I'm not gonna cry. I've got too much stuff to do, baby. I got too much. I'm leaving it in God's hands, baby. He's with us. There's only so much he can do. I understand that. I've asked him. Not getting an answer, I get it. I've asked him many, many times. Give Blanca a hug. Hold her. Tell her she's okay, that she's awesome. Many times I would just say, like you cutely do, you go, you kind of give her a little nudge. Say, Blanca, you're awesome. Darren's here. Darren needs you. You love him. I made you for each other.
I hope he's giving you hugs, baby. Because you deserve it. When I pray, I get on my hands and knees many times. And I have the writing on how you talk to Jesus and God and our Father and Jesus, our Lord and Savior, and my special friend, the Holy Spirit. Because you wrote that in a note dedicating this book to him and to me, my precious Darren, the love of my life. And then you have another whole that was a whole 3 paragraphs, equal wording, and then to the kids. I think you wrote that in like 2019 or no, it was 2022 you wrote that. I have it on my phone. I took a picture and I gave it to you. Blanca, I have everything that you wrote that I gave to you. Of course I took pictures of it. Very special, your cards. Beautiful things you would tell me. Blanca, I know you're there, baby. I know it. I know. To this day, right now, I have no worries or fear or pain in my heart that you love this guy. It's not you, baby. You're not suited. You don't look good together. You don't match. I'm not sorry to say, baby. It's glaring. People see you both walk in, they're like, something's weird going on there. Yeah, baby. It doesn't look good. You look like uncle and his niece. He's not the person you think he is, baby. Like, he fakes, poses. I call it being a poser. In the guy's language, he's a poser. Posing. I'm a tough guy. He's not a tough guy, Blanca. He acts like it. He doesn't even act good. That's why I was smiling when he came towards my car. And I put it in reverse and slowly backed up. Are you kidding me? Really? You're coming after me? Oh my God. I had to tell him. Dude, I assumed you were smart. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Read the text, Blanca. See how he talks. He talks like a wannabe tough guy. Just weak. And I told him, you're an embarrassment to men. That was the nicest way to tell him. I didn't want to say you're a punk or use the same language as he does. Jesus, Blanca. And I told him, Blanca's the smartest person I've ever met. I said, dude, your days are numbered. She's gonna see through you. Yeah, Blanca, when you wake up. One of these days, your mechanism is gonna subside, and you're gonna wake up and you're gonna look around like, what the fuck am I doing here? And that's what I'm trying to avoid, Blanca. So you don't have to go through that. Get hurt, get beaten up, end up in the hospital with broken nose and stuff like that. Or the stuff that you advised me were afraid. Which is upsetting that you're doing the opposite of your own advice to me. opposite. Going against your own wisdom and your own advice. Because your mechanism is greedy. It's not you, Blanca. You're showing anyone that knows you, your friends would be, and I think that's why you told Shirley you're not, you got new friends, like you're not doing anything with your old ones. Because they know you're worried that they're going to see through you and say, Blanca, are you kidding me? Are you sure? Because Shirley sees it. Me, I predicted you were going to get married, Blanca. Twice. Yeah. The day I had your phone. I was joking with Tyler. Because I had to give you a little ribbing to make you look a little... I did it intentionally. He asked, where's your phone? Where are you? Where are you? And I told him, your dad has your phone. No, it was before I said that. Because I had to pretend I was you. Because I didn't want to get him involved. So I had to kind of get him off the phone. But it was all day. So I was pretending I was you. I said, honey, I'm getting married. I'm with my new husband. It's just something stupid. But I knew that would kind of wake him. It's like, what the fuck is mom? What the fuck is she doing? Yeah, I was a little devil. Devil doesn't wear Prada. But I knew that would get him. And he goes, what the? You're what? And then I pretended I was you. He said, no, I'm sorry, honey. It's been a busy day. And then he was so protective of you. You have the text. If not, who cares? I'm just saying Tyler was so amazing. He was so smart. He goes, where are you? I'm at your apartment. You're not here. Why aren't you here, Mom? Pick up the phone and call me for a second. He goes, I'm going to have to call the police. And I said, honey, call them for what? Don't. I think I even said, how is she? Tyler Seat, don't know. Help me. I'm on a Zoom meeting. Just to make up something. But he told me, Blanca, I even told him about us being married in Mexico and we can't get divorced. That's absolutely true. We cannot get divorced from Mexico, from the country, from the law system. And then I told him that's when I discovered we weren't married here. And I just checked, it was weeks before, that we don't even see our divorce records online. And I told him that, and he was, after a few back and forths, then I finally talked to him. I called him. I said, Tyler, this is Dad. I have Mom's phone. He's like, why do you have Mom's phone? And I said, it's a fun story. I can tell you later. And then he goes, and then he quietly hung up, and then he called me back. And he goes, what's this about you may not be divorced? And he quietly hung up. Like, oh my God. He had like a tone of voice. It's like he had something very positive to look forward to in his life. Blanca, he doesn't like the divorce. That's affecting him big time. I never knew that. And then he called back again. He goes, is that possible? And he hung up. He didn't know what to say. Blanca, he's traumatized from this. And from gun day. I know. With all my heart, the gun was unloaded. the clip. It was half-naked gun. You came out and you saw a half-naked gun. Tyler is trained as... We're both professionally trained. We're both licensed to carry weapons. I grew up with hunting every year. I took a hunter safety course every damn year as a kid. And I got the patches to prove it. I still have one. Been shot twice. I think I know a little bit about guns, baby. And if we were sitting together and he came in and we talked about it, I guarantee you he would say, yeah, your gun wasn't pointed at me. Blanca was on a swivel chair. The gun was on my knee, just naturally there. When he walked in, I turned swiveled towards him. I guess the gun was pointed towards him. I didn't pull it and point it to his face or anything. I mean, even if I did that, the gun was empty. He knows if there's a gun that the clip is off the bottom of your hand, you can't see it below your palm. Below that, right here, you can tell if someone's got an empty gun. The clip is not in the gun. Sure, might be one in the chamber. But mine wasn't, Blanca. You were very comfortable with my gun. You picked it up from my pillow every time you made the bed and put it on the side table. I never trained you about it, never told you anything about it. You were just comfortable knowing I had it safe. I love you so much, baby. I hope we can see each other soon. I got so much to share with you, so much cool stuff, so much coming in the future. I don't see your future, Blanca, if you don't get rid of your mechanism. It's going to be a lot of pain and a lot of yucky, a lot of hurt for you. And that's what I'm trying to do to prevent from that happening. Your pictures still come up on my phone when I'm driving. You're so amazing, baby. I'm sorry this all happened. I ask God, I pray so much. Like this is a bad nightmare. I can't get out of it though, Blanca. Sometimes it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse every day. I jump off that moon and I jump onto another one. And I jump onto another one. It's unbelievable. Not in my entire life I could imagine this would happen to us. I'm seeing these videos called mentalism. And the seven something other sacred laws. Blanca, they mention karma as cause I forget what it's called, I just heard it. Karma, Blanca, it's cause and effect. Blanca, what you're doing to me on purpose, mechanism or not, Blanca, that's going to catch up to you. Karma's, karma, let alone, Senor, baby, I am so concerned. that stuff always catches up. To me, it seems like it went and hit me first, and like you're on the rebound. It's gonna hit you. But why? I don't. It's a stupid statement I just said. It's just I get. I'm saying that because I'm like being punished for goddamn everything. You name it, I get punished. And I have to pay for every goddamn thing. To where I was leaving, I forgot to finish that story. I'm leaving the Hearst, the mayor's office, the city hall. I know they're watching me on video, so I'm making every correct turn, every this, every that. And there's an empty squad because the guys are still in the building there. The parked truck vehicle, another parked one, and another parked one. I'm like, are you kidding for little old me? So then I'm going out towards to leave the parking lot, and I pass another squad. He's got his glasses. Just that dick looking, looks like an asshole. The guy looks like a dick with a badge and a uniform. And he's just giving the stupid look like, And I saw that, and I didn't even. I just kept driving, and I'm like, do everything correct. Signal. Full stop at a stop sign. So I turn, get on 121. Woo, woo, woo. That same guy pulls me over, doing a far right turn onto 121, meaning I crossed a white line to my left. Are you kidding me? I had a brand new, big, huge Lincoln Navigator. Beautiful vehicle for a rental. Oh, why was I in a rental? Because I got in an accident with the daughter, the 47-year-old daughter of Joe T. Garcia's. I was going to the stockyards. She was across the street from the restaurant, coming towards the restaurant. She's known about that stop sign right there since she was a baby, I'm sure. Goes right through the stop sign. I'm coming towards the stockyards doing 50, 60. I have no signals, no stop signs. Right in front of me. I had to slam on the brakes down to probably about 20. I hit the rear end of her Range Rover. She was on her phone. I guess she called her dad. Her dad says, roll her. I blew out her tire, rear tire. Dad tells her to roll it into the parking lot. She did. Her dad comes out, he looks at me, and he goes, looks at my car, he goes, do you want a margarita? What? And I looked at my car, it was the headlights banged, the hoods dinged, the grills dinged. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not driving Uber. Sure, why not? And by the time the last word I said, sure, why not? All of a sudden, the bartender's bringing me out a margarita and hands it to me. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? Does this happen often? It's like clockwork or something. It was so weird. And then Leah, the daughter, she comes over, she parks the vehicle, she comes up to me and she goes, do you want a dinner plate to go? I'm like, no, I'm good. It turned out good. I had a big talk with her dad about him selling the restaurant to the Taylor Sheridan of the Yellowstone, the producer, because Taylor Sheridan bought Cattleman Steakhouse, which is next to H3, and uses his own cattle from the 4-6's ranch for steaks. Very cool stories. And this is the stories I get to tell all day. And people are thrilled, the passengers. Wow, that's cool, that's cool. Billy Bob Thornton, I was in a filming of the show Landman, me and a passenger. Wicked fun story. Oh my God. I'm going to tell it. What do I got to do right now? Nothing. There was a convention in town. Picked up a guy, maybe 30, from the convention down to the hotel on Bowie Avenue. And we're going down 7th Street, and there's a 4-way stop, and all of a sudden 2 motorcycle cops go whizzing past us. God, this lighting sucks. Yeah, I'm in a hotel. Blanca, I can't even rent a place. Shit's gotta happen soon. Very bad, Blanca. The situation I've been put in. And I had no... It's just everything crapped on me and crapped on me and crapped on me and crapped on me. And when I was down, crapped on me again. Very bad, Blanca, your mechanism. What it's done to me. It's destroyed me, baby. Devastated me. Financially, socially, business, you name it. It's kind of did a number on both of us, Blanca. But you're nice and comfortable right now. I'm glad for that, I guess. But if we were together, this wouldn't be happening, baby. I'd still be in my apartment. Both of us could be in my apartment without your mechanism. But anyways, back to that. So the police, 2 motorcycle cops speed up, and they go to this 4-way stop sign. They're blocking traffic to the left and to the right. And he's waving my car through. Like, quickly, go, go, go. And my passenger, he's like, what the hell's going on? And he goes, I'm going to Google who's special in town today. So he does. And he's Googling. All of a sudden, another 2 motorcycles race ahead past us. Go to the next 4-way, block off traffic, waving us through. Come on, come on, come on. Then I'm thinking, this is kind of cool. And the passenger goes, thanks for the police escort. He was feeling kind of special. Because he just got done telling me, I work for Chevron, and job's kind of boring. I don't talk to a lot of people. He's kind of down in the dumps. And then this starts happening. And then a 3rd set of motorcycle police go to the next one. Then I'm joking with the passenger, like I'm the officer at the 3rd 4-way. Dispatch, you said black Cadillac, right? No, white. And I'm just joking. And I go, since when is our target in a white Cadillac? They're always in a black one. We just waved the black one through. The passenger he was smiling from ear to ear by the time I dropped him off. I just said, good day, President Nick. Man, he had some story. That's a story he's going to tell his friends for a long time. And then the next day, I picked up someone she was, someone I took him to DFW, told him about that story because it's still fresh in my mind. She goes, yeah, Billy Bob Thornton was in town filming Landman. I'm like, he's just an actor. He doesn't need police escort like the president or the governor. And then the next day, I pick up, turns out to be a producer of a blog, a YouTube blog. Told her the story. She goes, that wasn't Billy Bob Thornton. He's not that special. They were filming Landman. So we were at the head of the camera crew, the camera trucks, and the actors, wherever they're driving to film it. So we were at the very start of it because there was no one ahead of us and no one behind us. Blanca, my God, I have so much fun. You would love this job. Even after we retire, even if I have so much money, it's so much fun. I even convinced a guy that is just about to retire, and he was telling me, oh, I'm going to retire. I'm going to be a greeter at Home Depot, a people person job. I said, dude, get a car like this and drive for Uber. It's the funnest thing I've ever done to make money. And he was like, what? So tell me. So I get to tell some of the cool stories. Another one. I'm going to pause. Okay, so this other one, picking up on a Monday. I think it was back in April. God, this lighting sucks. So I picked up someone at the stockyards around noon, Monday afternoon. Young girl, maybe 25, 28-ish. Very fun. Jumps in the back seat. She's very, very fun. Spirited. She goes, Darren. She already knew my name, I guess, from the app. She's very animated. She goes, Darren. She's pointing. She goes, go around the block. She goes, my husband's back there. He's from Ireland. But go around the block and we'll come back and pick him up. And I'm like, what? I said, it's going to take about 10 minutes to go around the block with traffic. And she goes, I know, don't worry. We're not going to leave him. Just go around the block and we'll pick him up. I said, okay. So we're driving, we're in traffic, and she says, oh, we've been drinking since 7 at Stockyards. And I looked at her in the rearview mirror, and I'm like, I just thought, you're not drunk. It's just weird. So we finally get back on Exchange Avenue, right there on Exchange Avenue. The husband jumps in, they're both in the back, and we're talking, and they're liking the car, and they have questions about the screen and the stereo. It's like, oh, we can party in this all day and have fun. And I'm like, yeah, it's a fun car. And we're out on 30 going up by Bowie, Hewlin area. And then I can hear her, she goes, honey, we should stop by and get to the liquor store and get something. And I heard that, I'm like, I've got the technology, I just push it here, And she was really cool. So we're going into the liquor store, and she goes, Darren. She's talking like this. Very animated, very fun and excited. She goes, Darren, what do you want? I heard it, but I thought, I did not hear that. Do not even respond. Do not. Again, she goes, Darren, what do you want? I just kept driving. I'm not even gonna acknowledge that. It's so unbelievable. So we get into the parking lot, and she goes, Darren, what do you want? We're gonna do shots. I'm thinking, I don't think I'm gonna win this argument. I go, brandy, how about that? She goes, okay. So she goes in by herself. Her husband's back there. He's a very heavy accent, Irish accent. God, I've had 25 people from 25 different countries in my car. Very cool people. But we're talking, and I just told him I'm a wee bit Irish. I got 6%. And then the wife jumps back in, and we're, starting to drive out of the parking lot. And all of a sudden, she goes, Darren, here. And all of a sudden, this little pint of brandy with no top on it. She already took the cap off of it, hands it to me. She goes, Darren, come on, we're going to do shots. I go, I'm not a shot type of guy. And then I looked at my glass. I just filled it from tea to Coke from the apartment. I go, oh, I've got Coke in here. She goes, oh, cool. So I stopped and I mixed a little brandy in there. I'm thinking, if they want to drive around, have a few drinks, have fun, it's not the first time I've been asked that. Why not? Fun people. Fun couple. So we're driving around, and I thought that, but they didn't ask that. So we got to their house, and the husband gets out, and he hands me two $10 bills. And I'm like, what is with you two? I'm thinking, how can you afford at your age be so generous, so fun? And then she gets out of the passenger back, and she opens the door, and she tucks her head back in. She goes, Darren, how many of your passengers give you alcohol? And I just go, none. It was so fun. So I'm like, I can go back to work. So I just poured it out, start sipping. I think I had another more tea and Coke in there, and finished driving. But before that, it was about Easter. I'm just going to tell this story. No one might ever hear it. Devin knows about this one. Picked up two girls, maybe 38-ish, both divorced, tattoos. One's Hispanic, one had a name, Daniela, I think. And because she was on the app, she ordered the ride. And I just happened to comment, I said, oh, you're the second Daniela I ever met. There was a Daniela on our crew at American. And she goes, wow, that's weird, because my brother's name is Darren. What the fuck? I swear, baby, every other day it's that unbelievably, you name it, from any subject, it's like something in common or something. People from Hayward, they know, they go, you're from Wisconsin, aren't you? And yeah, it's my dumb accent. And people have spent their summers in Wisconsin. They know people that I knew. I'm like, really? And what are the odds? So this two women, we hit it off in common. And then she goes, I guess I had a pack of cigarettes she could see. And she goes, say, Darren, you smoke, right? I go, mm-hmm. And she goes, yeah, I just quit a couple of weeks ago. You mind if I have one? And I didn't look. I'm thinking, so you don't have cigarettes. If you quit, you don't have any on you. So I reached over, I handed her one, and I'm thinking, so I started reaching for my lighter here in the little holder. And then she goes, do you have and we're still driving. And I go, I handed her the lighter, and I cracked her window and then she go, what, in here? I go, yeah, no problem. I smoke in here. I said, my wife smokes in here. Yeah, I don't tell anyone, baby. It's embarrassing, especially when neither of us failed. So I keep, that's my reality, baby. Why wouldn't it be? You came back to me the first time, dissolved it in writing. We learned, we had so much fun. I love you. Back to the story. So from there, she sparked one, and then it turns out they're married. The two women are married. They both have kids, girls that are school age. We start talking about real estate and this and that, and they go, "So Darren, what are you doing for Easter weekend?" I just said, "Oh, my wife's in Mexico, and I'm here by myself." And she goes, "Really? So what are you doing tonight?" Probably not much driving. She goes, "Why don't you come with us? We're going to this one concert at the Stockyards." I go, I didn't know. And then I thought, why not? I'm technically divorced. No, that was before. No, that was after Gina. Thanks, Gina. Jesus, Gina, what you did for your own benefit, my God. How greedy. Self-centered. Anyway. We were divorced. But that's my reality, baby. You gave me that reality when we got back together. When you came back after to move out of Murphy, I thought 100 times there's a chance. Why wouldn't I, baby? We had a lot of fun, my God. You were so awesome. I loved, cherished every second I had with you. Every moment we went to the mall. Cherished every moment. Every time we were at Walmart. And most of these stories I have in other videos that I sent to Rosa. I'm asked her to help, but she just gives me thumbs up and like she hears me, but I don't know. I'm just praying to God every goddamn day, baby. Every his day. It's a joke. Every goddamn day. Every his damn day. He gave me permission to talk like that. We all have permission. Just don't be stupid. That's how free we are, baby. I learned a lot from him. I've got a pretty special relationship with him, baby. I want to talk to you about it, but I never got the chance. You'd like it so much, what I've learned from him. It's better than Cody's. This is just, I don't buy that expensive tea bottle anymore. It's just lip or tea from Walmart. It's raspberry flavored tea powder. I mix that up with a gallon of water and about a big bottle of lime juice. With a lot of vitamin C, little sugar, and just water all day. And then glug on water. And usually this is gone. Sometimes it gets... That's why I mentioned one time, baby, I called you. Try this. Drink some water all night. And you said, yeah, but it's going to hurt your pancreas or something. Because I was just drinking water and it was better than coffee. One night I was driving from way north of the colony. But anyways, back to these two girls. So I thought, I'm divorced. And I said, were you guys serious that you wanted me to come with you guys tonight? Because actually I'm divorced. And I showed it, I said, how many divorced guys still wear their wedding ring? Just threw that in there. Not many people do, baby. Not many guys do. Because usually they fucked up. right? 70% of men are the cause of the divorce. I don't know how to mess around. Never looked at another woman with intent or sexual desire or nothing. Compared to you, baby, Blanca, you are the prettiest, sexiest woman I have ever met. Oh my God. There's no one suited for me. Everything about you is just perfect. Your looks, your body, your personality, your empathy, your grace, your love, your heart, your soul, head to toe, your skin, your eyes, everything. I told you that. So they said, yeah. She goes, we're driving around. We're still in traffic. We're talking about real estate. They asked for my card. They had my number. Then we're getting back to exchange, and they go, oh, we're the concert that we're going to, our box is full, so you wouldn't be standing with us. You'd be like on the other side of the bar. She goes, Darren, why don't you go drive, make some more money, and we'll text you when we get, when we're done. And then we'll go party, we'll go have fun. She goes, we have an Arizona area code, so you know who that it's us calling, texting, or calling. I said, okay, cool. So we get on Exchange Avenue. They hear I told them we were divorced, and kind of a little bit of it's a beautiful, tragic story that shouldn't have happened, and neither of us failed, neither of us cheated, and neither of us beat each other. It's just tragic. And they were very cool. They wanted to know. They felt very bad for me. And for you, you would have been really good friends with them, baby. So I get to the middle of Exchange Avenue. Thousands of people. It was busy. The streets, people walking the streets. And I put it in park, and Daniela goes, she's over there, and her wife is behind me. She goes, Darren, okay, so then we'll text you when we're done. She goes, Darren, we're kind of huggers, as she's opening her door. I saw that, I'm like, she wants me to get out of the car? Okay. So I open the door, and she comes around. She's got black leather vest, and they're kind of biker type girls. Nose rings, and very, very, very down to earth. So she gives me this big, big hug and hugs me tight, and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't had a hug in a long time. Oh my God. That was fun. She said some cool things, and then her wife gets out and comes around and gives me a big hug. And I'm looking around at the people, and they're like, you gotta figure, people are like, what happened on that Uber ride? That must have been an interesting ride. You know, everyone's looking. So I left. I didn't expect them to call. They didn't call. God knows what happens with two girls drinking. Anyone drinking. I haven't drinking in quite a long time, maybe not a sip. I don't even have Benadryl to go to sleep. So after a while, I'm driving, I'm like, I just thought to myself, were those angels? I was just like, wow, what a happening. so cool. And there's so many things, Blanca. You would have so much fun. God, you would be grinning from ear to ear. And they hand you cash. I've been $25, and then Uber says, "You broke the record, tip." Let alone what they don't know. I've gotten $50 tips, cash. Jesus. Everyone wants to know about you. I said in another video, why do everyone's asked me first, it's like, you're not, where are you from? Are you from here? Like the first, by the time they put their seatbelt on, it's either, oh, are you from here? Or where are you from? No, it's usually, are you from here? I said, well, 34 years, I could say that, yeah. And then I don't say anything. Then they go, where are you from? Wisconsin. I try to say it without the Wisconsin, like everyone teases me that I say it about. Oh, yeah, we thought you were. What the fuck? Oh my God. So I've got new hobbies of accents, languages, and now names. Oh my God. I gotta tell you this one. I don't know if you're gonna hear this, baby. I tell these stories to many people, passengers. I haven't told it to Devin. I can't tell it to Tyler. You'll never know. May never know. I don't know. At least I'm documenting it. That I'm healthy. I've got a good brain. I'm smart. I'm not on drugs. I'm not depressed. I'm not a bum. I'm taking care of shit, baby. I'm responsible as hell. I've got stuff going on I can't say. I'm going to leave you a little breadcrumb. How about that? We passed it many times. Me, 100 times a day. If you're going towards downtown, towards the courthouse, stockyards are behind you. You're on Main 287. Courthouse is right in front of you. The building to the exact right, the last building before you turn onto Belknap. That building to the right. Always wondered what it was. All these years, even with real estate, using the TAD. You'd hover the pointer over the map and it says info not available. Didn't know if the city owned it, didn't know what the hell that building was. And then Dwayne, the builder, now that I find out that Paul and Claudia, they basically, I wonder why, Blanca. What, they heard the recording too? I understand, baby. You let Claudia hear it. I understand. It's not you, baby. Doesn't piss me off. Comprende? See? Okay? I promise. That's fixable. One way or another. It's not a $5 million closing. Where I got that number, Les gave me that number. We never priced it. And I never heard from the builder for a long time. Until I finally went to him.
He's still working on it with Paul and Claudia, so yeah, that kind of clears it up. They're not talking to me, but they're working with the builder that I got with them. Kind of hurts. But I know what it is, baby. I'm not dumb. Like I've said in other videos, I've told you many times in writings or texts that, Blanca, you're the smartest person I've ever met. And I've told you also that I'm equally as smart, baby. Just meaning you can't BS me, I can't BS you. We never did to each other. It was just a point that I had to make. That I've written to you, I've said to you many times, not to your face, because we haven't. Even before Gina messed all this up. Yeah, I'm blaming it on her. Absolutely. I'm not mad at her. I do want to talk to her, though. To make her realize, don't do that to your friends. That's not being a friend, Gina. This stuff with the police and the courts and everything, I just said it today again to the probation officer. I'm on probation for a year. Today was so, the system, I told him I've been a proud Texan for 34 years. Since this summer, not too much. The system is so whacked. I'll get to the original, what I was talking about in a second. Just from learning about the August 31st divorce, why I was so, I tried and I tried, and I found out you don't even need a reason to divorce someone in Texas. No crime. Someone can walk in with, a wife can walk into their house, into the bedroom, and her husband's with a woman in bed, or vice versa. You can't call the cops and say, oh, the cops are going to say it's a civil matter. But then again, in Texas, if it was the husband, he can take his gun and shoot the guy in the head dead in his own bed. That's how fucked up it is. But this judicial system, holy crap, the judges to the attorneys are all stupid. They've got the stupidest, boring jobs. They have to repeat the same stuff 10, 50 times a day they basically got a script on their desk. God, what a boring job, and they're trained by all the same schools that teach you the same bullshit. I was at the old courthouse on the 4th floor getting paperwork, because that's what you have to do. And the librarian said, I go, what did lawyers do at school all day? They go, they learn how to get this stuff from the log, basically, to be me. Most of the time spent in law school is to be a librarian. Go and take copies of the promulgated, I don't think it's called promulgated like real estate, the law, and have it transcribed, and they basically have a PDF. But that's what they're trained in law school, mostly to be a librarian, to get stuff that's already written. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's how stupid attorneys are. Norma is not that. She's Norma Bazan. I have every recording of her recorded, baby. to the story. Oh. So this building, so it's going to be, he's still working with Paul and Claudia. I'm going to call them this week. Say, hey, yeah, I know. I told Claudia, you're probably going to send, I knew you were letting people. I knew you let Sandy hear that recording, baby. Clearly. She basically said, okay, Darren, I'm going to step aside now. Good luck. She basically went from Darren, from what she just heard the story, she goes, Darren, you're one in a million guys. Trust me, she goes. She's still married to the same guy that we met. Because we stayed at their house when Devin was a baby. She goes, Darren, you're one in a million men. Thank you. Went from that to like it was a couple days later, she's like, why? I don't want to get involved in this. God damn it, she sent her the video. And I told Claudia too. I warned her. And I told Sandy that she's probably going to use a video that was never an issue that our niece Alex, started using as a weapon. Basically a weapon, Blanca. That's what it's used for. It makes it easy for you. Because you don't like to badmouth. Even though you do, Blanca, you've lied so many things to Shirley. You told Shirley that we went to Mexico for my drug and alcohol problem? Really? God, Blanca. It doesn't make me look good. It doesn't make you look good when you say that about your 34-year-old husband. It doesn't make you look good saying stuff like that, baby. It's not true. You were proud that I quit testosterone. Very proud, and you took very good care of me. But that's one of the other things I told you in this other video. That week, the 5 things you totally spun around about your mechanism. Took everything that I mentioned, from putting my ring on my finger. You said, oh, we didn't say our wedding vows, to taking money out of every penny out of our joint account. Oh, you were spending too much money. And about me going to Mexico, she's like, oh, and you're mocking me. Oh my God. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm like, what the fuck? My God. And then you go, oh, I have to translate for Darren. Oh, we have to translate for Darren. I go, what the fuck? I'm thinking, you're here, you have my accent, and you have my lingo, my slang, and you speak very good English. Who translated who? Again, no sense, baby. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, he's sick. We gotta take care. I didn't invite myself to Mexico, Blanca. That's what you make it sound like. I was very lovingly, with very loving words, invited by Alex. You weren't there, Blanca. Your mechanism managed that entire thing from Saturday morning on. Blanca, you need to talk to Tyler. He needs to know the truth. He knows he's been lied to about everything. That he still thinks I committed a crime in Mexico. That's why I was in the squad car. in a cartel squad car. I'm not saying it's a cartel squad car. Edith said it was. And I use that for my benefit. It's gotten me quite a bit of street cred. Being in jail, many times I've told that to people. It just happened. But I tell everyone they were so cool. It's pretty crazy that you had to give $1,000 to the officers to tell me where I was in the city. So you have to give them $1,000 cash. And when you found me, I seen you put a 20 in your hand, which is normal. I expect that. To shake their hand, thank you. When you found me, you rescued me. Thank you. Wow, your mechanism was gone, baby. From there, your mechanism was gone. You were in the moment when I jumped out of the car. That's why I jumped out of the car, baby. You were not with me. You were. You said, "Blanc, Darren, come on, let's go over here and talk." That's when I saw the cameras. Everyone was videotaping us. This was gonna be bad, baby. That's when I said, "Baby, don't come close to me. Don't reach for me. Don't. They're gonna spin this." So I had to walk away from you. I didn't want it to get all on TikTok everywhere and on damn Mexico Today, 5 o'clock news. It just ended up bad, baby. And then I got dehydrated, then delusional. My phone wouldn't work. I couldn't even call American Airlines to get a flight. At the time, it just got so bad. I was so dehydrated. I didn't tell the police anything that picked me up. And how the hell did they find me in a back alley? I know why. I got help, baby. I know who. It's good. They knew who I was. Thank you. I've already told her thank you. But they treated me so very well. Oh my God. If it was cartel, oh my God, they treated me so good. Didn't put handcuffs on me, got me a bottle of water, let me have my phone. I passed it through the cage to him back and forth. Compared to the police here, holy shit. Yeah. Since I don't think you're going to ever hear this, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, baby. Pretty, smiley eyed, gorgeous, sexy. God, you are amazing. It kills me from the night I first saw you. It just kills me. But I totally woke up, baby. Everything was just tried to make it look simple. Just living day by day. I can't be lusting after you every moment. You have to keep it civil and look, civilized. I can't be an animal on you all the time, which I wanted to, trust me. And that's how we built up our borders. We each built up borders. I can't be pawing at you and every moment of the day. So I have to learn how to keep my distance or not do that. That's in every relationship, baby. And that's what you complained about in a letter. It's called learned behavior. And we learned when we got back together. We erased those borders by giving each other the freedoms. To go, we both promised each other. When you told me, Darren, we're made for each other, we were sitting on the side of the bed. Darren, we're made for each other. You were like, just so you know, to be clear. God, you were awesome when you were telling me that. And you go, Darren, we were holding hands. You go, no one's going to treat, on this planet, on Earth, no one's going to treat you better than I do. And no one's going to treat you better than me. And no one's going to treat me better than you, Darren will. Got that straight. I go, I know, baby. And then I told you, Blanca, if you were to ask me to go to the moon, my response would be, baby, for you, which one? I'll go to whatever moon. And I'll be back. I'll kick ass if I have to, take names, succeed, and I'll be back for you. At the time, I didn't know I had to be on 15 damn moons the next 2 following years. But I have. I've learned a lot, baby. Holy shit, have I learned a lot. I think I have a gift too. I see it every damn day. You have 2 gifts, and I think that's another one of our connections. One of many. I've counted at least 5. We're infinitely connected, baby. People see me, baby. Very respectful. They used to, but I didn't really get much respect. Just my total change of attitude since we got back together, baby. I've changed a lot. Not changed, but learned. Like I said in another video, I asked God, why am I to have to do this? I just came to the idea, the conclusion. God, you're just whipping me into shape to be the best Darren for Blanca. You're one of his favorites, baby. I've told you that many, many times. Many times you're one of his favorite. Okay. Back to the building. So, the building you're almost to the old courthouse. The building to the right. Never knew what it was. Until the builder, Dwayne, I was in his office. And he was showing me stuff, new projects. We're not going to do Venus, Texas anymore. God, we were at the dealership when we traded in we were going to trade in both. We're going to get both black caddies. Your mechanism jumps in and if we would have known it and got rid of it right that day, baby, sky's the limit we could have been right now. I know it. But he started to shimmer in the office, the sales office. And then after the sale, then you came. I know exactly when I'm talking to you, baby, and when you're not being managed. Clearly. So then the rest of the day, you were with me in the moment. We had fun. Oh my God. Okay, about the building. So Dwayne says, "Hey, need to find me a building." What he told me is they're getting old Walmarts or Kmarts or 99-cent stores, and they take them. They don't purchase them. They do what's called a value share. Asset. I'll think of it in a second. Equity share. We own it, but we don't take it. It's complicated to say. I still don't understand it. But basically, they take the buildings, say a big CVS pharmacy. They normally open up a big hallway, a drive-through, through the center of the building to have a drive-through. Like off on Denton Highway, it's a drive-through barn for liquor, for convenience items, this and that. Part of the building will be locker storage that you can rent. Here, over here, just awesome, absolute, full functionality of that property, of that building. And in each, probably the size of a garage, our garage on Steeplewood, they put data centers in them. Because that's the thing of the future. Now with AI, baby, oh my God. And that was before Trump won. Now with AI, I'm studying AI now. How to use it, to function it. I don't know if I'm going to be very interested because I got so much other things. The building. Okay, so I find out it's not the city that owns it because of taxes. It's been not producing income for God knows how, since the 80s. So the building is, it was built in 1912. It's pretty cool. The building was the original TXU electric power plant, powered with coal, railroad tracks, river, coal. And then across the freeway, or across Maine, is this huge generating, it's just a transmission plant. It doesn't generate power. But that building generated power. And if you look either on Google Maps, to the south of it, which is, if you're looking at the courthouse, it seems the north side, north of Stockyards, is north. So downtown is south of Stockyards. So south of the building is huge circles. They're like 20 feet round. Those are the smokestacks, which from the burners that are inside the building underground, and to underground, there's 7 smokestacks, different heights, that went into the air that they had to take down. So, cool story. I wish I could tell it to you in person. I always wanted to tell you. It's so fun. So when I found that out, I told Dwayne, this is a cool building. And then I had passengers, picked them up over by the country club. Very old, the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s neighborhood for the golf courses. High-end, established people that have been here forever. Picked up a passenger, 75 years old. drove by that. I said, do you ever know what that building was? He's an old cowboy. He goes, no, what? I go, you don't know? How is that possible? And that's when I was just finding out information. He didn't even know it was. And then many people throughout the weeks found out that no one knows what the damn building was for. So I told him. I just found out after 34 years myself. Posted, and then I found out who it was. It's Tarrant County College. Owns the building. They purchased it from the city back in 2004 because they had plans for it. It's sitting on what they call Panther Island. It's because it's a big loop of an island. That's how the river goes like that. And then the stockyards is north. So the courthouse is at the south end of the loop of the river. I know that town like back of my hand now, baby. It's pretty cool. Which I think I've told you before. Oh, about Venus. We were in the sales shop of the dealership for the Caddy. I was telling you stuff that I haven't been able to tell you about the Paul and Claudia's house, how cool with the lazy river around the 4-acre property. And I was telling you, and you were so interested. You were asking me questions, but really got you excited or inquisitive was about us rebuilding the city of Venus, Texas, which Dwayne had the contract to install the roads, the sidewalks, the drainage, the water, the plumbing, the electricity. That's what he does. To where he used to work for the FAA. And he's already designed to have an airport in there. And I was telling you that he needed a railroad tracks. And I said, hey, and it just worked so beautifully. Because I was talking to him because of Paul and Claudia wanted to be a builder. Asked Brandy at First American if she's got a builder. She gave me this guy's name. Got with him. We had so much in common. Oh my God, this guy, Dwayne. To where his architect that's been on his company for many years, he's now retired. So I had already showed Paul and Claudia Bill and Brenda's house that we built, the 2-story with the elevator in it, on the island on Eagle Mountain. That we found, I found them 2 lots, and we built it. We made it 1 lot and built that house with the elevator. Steel beam construction. Never have I ever seen a steel beam construction to support the elevator in the 2nd floor. I was just with them there a couple weeks ago, last week. They're awesome. So I showed Paul and Claudia a picture of Bill and Brenda's house. They're like, that's what we want. So I take that picture, I show it to Dwayne, the builder. He gets the architect, who's on his crew but is now retired. And the architect comes out of retirement because he likes to build this house for Paul and Claudia. So we drove all the way south of Dallas. Met Paul and Claudia there at the architect's house and drew up the plans, and it was awesome. And the architect is the guy who designed Bass Hall. Bass Hall is the beautiful theater that Devin thinks is the best theater in Texas. He used to work there, and he likes it better than the Majestic in Dallas.
So our architect for Paul and Claudia's, he designed Bass Hall. The one, if you go out in the street, the architecture is the woman and the man, the Roman type blowing the trumpet or whatever, the bugle. He's known as the Frank Lloyd Wright of Texas. Very fun. So Dwayne says we need this. Oh, so we put in this ultimate use for the properties, the buildings they're acquiring, to where they put in data centers. Data center, it's with the newest technology of chips, the newest technology to make, basically it's going to be a solid state, the size of a garage, data center of chips, that he's got the technology of to protect it with, it's a long story, oh my God. So that was going to be just one big room of the property, which there's actually 4 buildings on 6 acres. And the TCC campus is, so if you're looking at the courthouse, you look to the right, all those buildings is TCC, the campus, the North Campus. And they own the properties, I think, to the left of the courthouse, this side of the river. And the other side of the river. Not this side of the river. So, I got a meeting with Tarrant County College. That was a Zoom call. Then I got to meet them at the college. And then with 4 other executives with a Zoom call with Dwayne. That's a pretty big deal, getting that far up. And they wanted another meeting. And now we have another meeting on the 6th. I'm not jinxing it because I'm just talking to a video. How about that? Whoever's jinxing does jinxing. So the meeting went very well last time. Dwayne was on Zoom from his office. He couldn't be there. I was right there. And I've told Wayne, because how special the building looks, how cool it looks. And I told the people after Dwayne signed off. I told them how I know Dwayne and how awesome he is in this. And I told Dwayne, I found the building. Right? I say keep the building the way it looks. Keep the facade. Do not bulldoze that building. Because I found out they have the original. It's a neon, probably 8-foot long neon sign, the original one that was on the side of the building. That whoever remembers it, they have that in storage. So at the end of the meeting, I told Dwayne, I found the building. Keep it like it is. You don't need the windows, so brick them up, but keep the arches of each window. Brick that in. That's actually a style you see on even new homes today. Gut it. And Dwayne doesn't want just a garage. The entire building is going to be a data center inside the brick. That's huge. And then, so Dwayne asked me before the meeting, he goes, Darren, ask them, find out if there's power going into the property, into the 6 acres in the building. I go, Dwayne, can we ask that when we get to the meeting? The building generates power going out. He goes, okay, but we need to know that. I'm like, So I asked. Margaret is the lady. She goes, yeah, we checked with the specs, and there is no power going into the building. I go, yeah, I thought that because it produces power. It only goes out of the building, not into the property. Very funny. So I'm going to say it because I'm not making it public. We have the technology right now that we can self-generate to supply power to the data center. All the chips and the electronics in there. So much, we have the technology, only Toyota uses it. Elon doesn't use it. No one else on the planet uses the technology. From on the property, we can self-generate. I can't explain it. To where so much we can actually feed more power for the city grid. Very cool. And I told the execs, the people, the decision makers for Tarrant County College that wouldn't it be cool? It would be in lots of newspapers. Keep the look of the building. It used to generate power by coal. Now inside it's generating power and a data center with the highest tech power generation ever. And it's not even nuclear. Very cool. I'm not getting my hopes up because I don't have a crystal ball. I've learned that too, baby. But then again, I've learned nothing is hard. Nothing, baby, is hard. Nothing's difficult unless you make it. Everything can be easy if you make it. That was a lesson, holy crap. I want to see your smiley eyes. Oh, I miss your smiley eyes. God, you melt me every time. When you tell me, did you feed Max? Did you feed Max? Oh my God. Melt me every time, baby. And you know it too. Oh my God. That's the cute part, is you know it. It's even cute when I say it to you and you, because I know your mechanism is kicked in. You can say it to me, but when I ask you, because we agreed upon it, that's our code word to get each other out if we're stuck. Every time I need to say it to you, you go, that's bullshit. You give me that look. That's Sam's. You go, that's bullshit. Oh my God. I should turn you over my knee and spank you. Oh my God. Blanca, what I've been through, oh my God. I've always told you I could write a book. I think I've told you I've already interviewed 2 ghostwriters back in February of last year. They just want too much time like 3 hours a day to be on a Zoom, to tell the story, to write the book of the stories from real estate, which would include the Bushes, Paul and Claudia, the cool stories that I have, showing the house, a ghost, showing a house to a ghost. You know that one. Devin was with me when I showed it. Tyler's still a little, remember, when he was like 16, a little freaked out about it. He goes, well, their ghosts aren't real, but you showed a house to a ghost. I go, yeah, Tyler, but that was fun. It was nice. To selling our house, about the cowboy boot shaped pool with Jerry Jones. Still on my Facebook friend list. I've gotten a chance to tell that story to a few passengers. Just makes people's day. Oh my God, it always did. Such a cool story. The only cowboy boot shaped pool on the planet, Blanca. And I never cared all the time that we owned it. Only when we were going to sell it, I thought, I'm a realtor, I'm going to market the shit out of that. What I haven't told you, I told you there's another video that I told you. I actually never did talk to Jerry Jones. Devin knows this. I've told this, and I've never repeated that I have since. It's just at the time, it worked out. I didn't want to disappoint anyone because I was there. I was at the counter of his office. His office is on the second floor, and next to the headquarters is beautiful. Everyone has to go to the training camp to see headquarters. And the whole, it's like South Lake in a 90-acre little town. Everyone's there. Prada, everything. Boutique stores, Omni Theater, which I asked you to go with me, and you wouldn't. We were ornery with each other over something. We were learning, baby. I still have the text. We got past it, because then we had another dust up, a little blowout in December, before Christmas. God, I was in such a weird frame of mind. My God, how did I get there? I said some pretty stupid stuff. I'm going to have my 2 bags under my arm and go traveling. Stupid. I was just pushing buttons, Blanca, being macho. I have time to think of you every day, baby. Why shouldn't I? I'm yours, you're mine. We're made for each other. You told me that. I just gotta get to you to make you understand what that is. I need to kick your mechanism's ass. I thought I did the day I had your phone. I stripped any power she had over me. To myself, I thought that. Still had you stricken. Blanca, it's got you by the nut, by the ankles, by the
hips. It's got you like this. You're not free, Blanca. You're not free. You're so not free. Equally as me. I'm the worst not free I could ever imagine. This mechanism is doing a huge number on us, baby, both of us. We're both living our extreme opposite lives. You don't want what you're doing, baby. I know. I know you. This is all your mechanism. You don't make decisions like this. You're humble. You don't go and show people pictures of your diamond ring and your diamond. You're not materialistic like that, Blanca. You weren't like that with the patent. I can prove it. You were amazing. I was at your insurance office. I just got the news. I was down the street at Century 21 when I got the news that we got the patent. And I said, okay, I've got the money. I went and transferred, paid them. I think I owed them $4,250. And I came to your insurance office. I said, we got the patent. And you were working. I understand. And then I'm texting the attorney. I said, how hard, I need Blanca's name on the patent. And he goes, okay. In about a half hour, he texts me, okay, got it. And I told you, I said, Blanca, I got your name is on the patent, okay? Because it's because of you. And you were so humble. You go, you didn't have to do that. And later on the day, I thought of that. I'm like, God, she's so humble. So I think like the next day or two, I think I was with you at your insurance office, or I showed it to you, I think I sent it to you. The texting between me and the attorney saying you're on the patent. And I said, see, Blanca, you're on the patent. Here's from the attorney. That's when you said, thank you, Darren. That's nice. You were just a shade above humble, but you were gracious. And you accepted it. That was nice, baby. But you're still so humble. That's the beauty of you. You're not materialistic like that, Blanca. Not opportunistic. I know you closed on that house. And I've told you that. I'm going to tell you again. No, I can't. I got 2.5, almost 3 hours recording. It's a lot of time. Blanca, I know you moving into that house. Oh my God. You're the realtor, baby. You didn't tell Shirley what you really did. You told her, I'm moving into a different apartment. I had to tell her you moved in. She's like, what the fuck? She what? Doesn't look good, baby. It makes you look like a gold digger. Opportunistic, greedy. You think he's going to use that against you when he needs to protect his assets? Because it's not going to be very nice when it comes down to it, Blanca, because it's not going to work out. He's going to use that against you and your insurance license. God, it's so obvious. Bad decision. Why are they bad decisions, Blanca? I've had to think of that too. Because your mechanism is using only a fraction of your energy. Mental, brain power, physical energy. Kind of makes sense. That's why she's not, when she voices for you, that nothing makes sense or your decisions don't make sense. Moving out of the office. Jeez. Shirley's very upset about that. Very upset. You threw her away, Blanca, she feels. You threw the office away. Everyone. She goes, she had insurance business in here, and she goes, we all put up with that bullshit. She wanted you to have that freedom, and it was a burden. She had to, somehow it was a burden to her. She wasn't very nice talking about it, Blanca, because she feels you threw her away. And Margaret, God, I told her, she goes, because all like Shirley told me, he's got a job, it's a stable relationship, and he's got retirement benefits. I'm like, what the fuck? Blanca, what did we have before Mexico? We had 10 times that. Stable? Your mechanism, Blanca, made us unstable. Mexico jolted us off the damn path. And then Mexico wasn't actually a big problem. Gina is the big one. Go goddamn figure. She did more damage than whatever happened in Mexico, Blanca. Before or after I left. Maybe someday you'll tell me. I know what we were going to do. We're shown everything. You guys just didn't include me. And you even told that. The security guard at that AT&T cell phone store. You were telling the security guard, oh, he doesn't feel included. I thought... So you did that on purpose? It's what I thought after a while. I'm like, nothing made sense, Blanca. Shirley says you were a very different person since Mexico. And now even worse, since Gina. Blanca, she knows you're going to have to pay for a third divorce. I asked her to help. I told you this in another video. You're going to have to, if you were interested. It's on my phone. You know the login for my phone. If it ever gets there, if needed. I can't put this on Facebook. This is too personal. But all the other stuff is on Facebook that I sent to, not Facebook, YouTube. Everything I sent to Rosa is on YouTube. And there's nothing wrong with it. But this one right here, it's too personal. It's too much. And, sorry, I got a scratch. I have faith, baby. I'm gonna see you soon. I know it. would I be sitting here, not drinking, by myself, telling you? Am I stalking you right now? No, I never did. Jesus. Did something very cool with the drone the other day. I told you that in the other video, so I gotta go. Blanca, oh my God, if I ever treated you like this, like you've been treating me, holy shit. For one thing, I'd go to hell. Blanca, it's so complicated. Or I could get a mechanism myself. I could get one right now. What I could do, I could learn from what I know from what yours taught me. I could do exactly that to you. I could destroy you, Blanca. Your entire future, your entire life, your family. Tell everyone what I know. Tell the kids. They wouldn't look at you the same, baby. I know, baby. It's safe with me. It's okay. You didn't ask for it to happen. I told Rosa that you told me everything. You only told me that you had a young trauma. I was shown accidentally what actually happened. And it wasn't by you. It was absolutely clear. It's okay, baby. I can help you with that. You just have to talk to you. Face to face. It's the only way, baby. If we don't, Blanca, I fear for your future. For your safety. He's not a strong guy, Blanca. He doesn't have a strong mind. Within 2 minutes, I'm halfway there already. If I bump into him at Sam's, oh my God, he's gonna melt down. I've done it. I've seen it. I'm gonna tell you this. I've got something with people. I'm learning that I'm vibrating at a different frequency, a high frequency. Learning to use that in a positive. It's pretty cool, and from what I'm watching. I was in jail. I couldn't get out of there. My God. I felt I was being intentionally put there and couldn't get out no matter what I would do. I started to get really wanna fuck with me. Just to where I had to get the phone to work. I had to go to guys I don't even know, black, Hispanic, whatever. I had so much respect from everyone. They were so cool, the people in there. There was a guy, his last name was Garcia. Wheelchair, overweight, looks like he's been there for 20 years, knew everyone, very humble, very quiet, very father type to me. Gray hair, gray beard. His kids are gone, dead. Blanca, it's the shit that happens in Mexico that you hear about on the red news happens on the north side. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe it. 3 of the guys in the room with me, 2 of them Hispanic, the other one's from, he's Egyptian. No, he's Arab, from Jordan or something, Muslim, but their both names are Flecko. And they both have tattoos. One's Arabian and the other one's Hispanic, and they got tattoos Flecko because they grew up together with this other guy. And they're all in jail together in the same room. Holy shit. They were asking me, oh, how did you meet your wife, Darren? I told them. And I told them they grew up in the south side, on the north side. They know the stockyards when they were kids back in sounds like the 90s, early 2000s. Blanca, he said both of them, their babies, were kidnapped from his wife and 2 babies and a friend's baby. One of them was babysitting. They were kidnapped. The babies were beheaded. The wife was murdered. This is all on the north side. Are you kidding me? Another guy that morning was my passenger. Had to pick some guy up over to the west of the stockyards towards, and took him somewhere, dropped him off. I get in jail the night, and he's like short Mexican guy, boxer type. He's a tattoo, and he's like, oh, you're my Uber driver. I go, what? So he's telling everyone in the jail, that's my Uber driver. He's got this gorgeous black Cadillac SUV with the, oh my God. So I had to use that as currency to get a phone call. Promise them, dude, I'm an Uber driver. I'll give your family a month's worth of free rides, Uber rides. If you have a family member or a daughter, you can easily say, honey, I'll send you my car. We'll pick you up and take you. That sounds pretty cool, no? To use that as currency, because I didn't have any money. I didn't have anyone to put money in my account. I didn't have any money. So that was the big thing around the jail. So I asked, he goes, so how did you meet your wife? I just said, I worked for American Airlines and here in DFW, and I, would go see her in Mexico, and we got married. And the guy goes to his friend, Flaco, he points towards me, and he goes, see? Now that's the type of guy that we would never meet. I thought, what the fuck does that mean? You don't go to Walmart and meet regular people? What kind of small neighborhood box do you live in? My God. They live in literally different worlds, Blanca. How they're so segregated in the north side or wherever. That's some pretty weird shit. See, that's the type of people we'd never meet. Where are you, on an island?
No, they're on the north side. They used to steal shit from stores down in the stockyards all the time.
Then the other guy, I was his Uber driver. After a day or two, I asked, so you got kids? He goes, yeah. They're gone. All of his kids were murdered, baby. Another guy. So pathetic. In the United States. In Fort Worth. North of the stockyards. That shit happens here. I'm like, oh my God. Back to the cartel squad car. If that was cartel police that was in my car. Just saying. Edith told me. It's pretty weird. I'm pretty sure the officers were real police that asked $1,000 cash to tell you where I was. That's corrupt. But when you offered $20 to the cartel people, she said no thank you, or she declined it. What a effed up system, Blanca. Holy crap, that's crazy. Just saying. Because we never got to talk about it. And I have two explanations why they were so nice to me. No, I can't say it. I can just say one of them. Because they knew who I was, Blanca. Ray Borda Cotero. Why? Because I sent, it's either this, what I'm telling you, or something else, which is equally awesome. But I'm not going to say, even on this. I actually already said it. If you'll know. Because I've already, if you put two and two together. I gave him my passport, my driver's license, my debit cards. The officers. Of course, they gave it all back. They knew exactly who I was. Rented in the system in Mexico records. Married to Blanca Margarita Ray Borda Cotero de Zorn. I just threw de Zorn in there. You told me. They knew I was married to Ray Borda Cotero. Polo doesn't know it. You didn't know about your dad. I didn't know at the time. When I got back, did the research on your dad. Your mom and dad are very important. Your dad more important, Blanca. My idea. There's no other explanation why they were so cool to me. Treated me with kid gloves most of the time. Is that they knew who your parents were. Your dad especially. Your dad is the dad's last name is extremely well known in Spain. I just told you that. Valencia, blue blood. My idea is that the captain, when he radioed in who I was, Ray Borda Cotero Ray Borda, whatever. That he told them to treat me with kid gloves because of my last name, your name. Thinking, I don't need Spain embassy breathing down my neck. That's one of the two explanations, Blanca, why they treated me so well. The other end, obviously, I don't think you showed them. They didn't ask for your passport or driver's license. You're from there. They know your accent. I get many people from Mexico. My hobby is accents. I can tell. I would ask, where's your accent from? Just nice. Mexico. What part? Mexico City? Yeah, I kind of thought that. God, that's been so fun. Many people. Yeah, I got married in Mexico City. They go, oh, you've got her accent. I go, really? Well, she's got my Wisconsin accent, I'm told. Just fun stuff, baby, my God. I'm glad I'm recording this. For whatever. Shit, I'll give it to the ghostwriters. Sounds like a good idea. Jesus. And the crazy thing, I just said that because now I'm seeing these things on Facebook, these ads. Oh, do you have a story? Do you have a life story or something? Talk to these producers. That's why I just popped that off. I'm doing the time spending recording it. Why not? I don't know if you're ever going to hear this. Blanca, I flat out swear to God on my heart, baby. I have no reason to think we're still not Darren and Blanca. I have no feeling, no pain in my heart that we're not. Do you understand me? Pretty? I'm not delusional. I'm not obsessed. I need Tyler good, baby. You need to talk to him. I need him in my life. And I can't without you. I need Devin okay. He's not okay. He's good at work, but my God, his behavior against me and you, that's not right, Blanca. He didn't even tell me when Max died. He didn't have the wherewithal, the frame of mind. His dad, Max, passed. Why, where, nothing. I just asked, I was there at the Majestic, just say hi. It's nice, the security guard woman, black woman. She was outside in the back, and I said, I'm looking for my son, Devin. He's the sound engineer. She goes, you're Devin's dad? Nice to meet you. Oh, Devin's so awesome, and this and that, and this and that. I'm like, well, that's good to hear. I mean, not unexpectedly, but it's nice to hear. So she led me in, and there's the bathroom, and there's this, and Devin's over here, and took me to the break room. And Devin, we have a visitor up front. And Devin came. He's got his headphones and his battery pack and controller. He just looked at me, kind of, hey. No smile, no nothing. He was busy. I said, Devin, you need to talk to me. I said, how's Max? Does he need grooming? He passed away. That was about it. Just sad, Blanca. Just extremely opposite of our lives. No life. About you showing your pictures of your diamond and your necklace, that's so materialistic, Blanca. It's like a 14-year-old girl. It's not you. I just know that you were very, very enthused when you started talking about this Mercedes car after we had the patent, after we paid for it. And you were so humble. But I was surprised, like, wow, you never talked about liking a car. I don't know if you got that from Millie or what. Because that's why you wanted to be a pastor. That's all I'm saying. Because they had a nice Mercedes.
But like the sixth time you mentioned this Mercedes car, and then we watched that movie Ant-Man, which has a lot to do with Cody's, baby. Put it together, add it up. You'll know what I'm talking about. Part of your gifts. Go watch the movie again. You can do some of that. Where are you when you're not talking to me? You'll figure it out. It's cool. It's beautiful. And the stuff that's coming out now, that's gonna be common thing. All the stuff with these drones, holy crap. With Elon Musk, with AI, world's gonna change very differently. I just need you back in my life, baby. My God, we can have some fun. Holy shit. I've learned so much. I love you so much. I miss you so much. Oh my God. And I want to tell you this other story. The people in there, the young guys, doesn't matter. They're bad people, Blanca. They did bad things, but they put on this act like they're, I'm a family man and this and that and this and that. And they're charming and they're fun and funny. You get to the judge and before their sentence, whatever, arraignment, whatever you call it, I don't know. And reading what they're charged with, they're like, God, you did that? You're a little fuck. You're not. It's just unbelievable. Then one day we were in a room. There's this guy from Haltom City. I need to tell you this. Haltom City. I didn't know there was gangs in Haltom City. There's a pimp. Hispanic guy, I guess Mexican, maybe Puerto Rican. Tattoos, piercings. Why did they let piercings in jail? In your nose. Anyways, there was a younger kid, Hispanic. He had weird hair and he had the tight... Tyler was hanging around with Haltom kids. The kid that we didn't like with the tight, skinny leg jeans. Yeah, that's where he got that from. The little girlfriend that we didn't like, or he didn't like, she was kind of... So this pimp, just running his mouth. Oh my God. Oh, my girls, and when they're done working, they serve me and this and that when I want, and yeah, the bitches and the hoes and the... What the fuck? I just... Normal voice, I go, shut the fuck up. You sound like an idiot. Probably about that loud. I didn't want to start anything. I just... Shut up. And I guess the younger kid heard me say that. And he goes and talks to the guy that's talking. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. So the pimp and the young Haltom gang kid, it was going to where he was going to punch the kid. And a big black guy gets up, big dude. And he starts defending, and he was sick of his mouth too. And he just goes and pushes him as like a sumo wrestler. And all of a sudden you hear it's like punching a big spiral ham. You hear the bone and everything, and I'm like, damn, I've never seen a real fight. I'm like, what? It happened in like 5 seconds. There's a little blood in there, each of them. And then we were going out, and within 10 minutes later, I went to go to another room, and we were in an elevator. And then he gets in, I'm the only one, I'm the first one in, then he's the only one. And all of a sudden, the blood was gone. He was bright-eyed. And he was talking normal. And he was trying to talk to me like, whoa, that was pretty wild. I was just trying to protect myself. In a normal voice. I was like, what the? So he got out of the elevator, and he's like, and we, I guess, fist bumped because he offered, and I thought after, I'm like, are you kidding me? All that talk is an act? Oh my God. And when they need to, they can act normal? He wanted my respect. That was very cool. That was cool. I gotta say, I've never seen something like that before. Wow. Learned a lot about people, man. I don't know, I'm just saying, I've got something with people. I can have them extremely respectful to me. And then it really pisses off. Wow, I can really piss off police officers. I don't know if it happened in jail. I tried to get these jailers. I had someone say, one of the jailers, I was saying, dude, I need to get my phone working, my code. Is there someone, can I pick up a desk phone, like normal? We're like living in a third world country here. Who the fuck even thought of, would you take a collect call? I thought that was from the 70s, when I was growing up. So I even had to say, can I talk to whoever's upstairs or in this 8-story building? A captain or whoever's got authority? I need a phone call. None of them were. They'd give me, oh, you got to tap the phone twice on the brick and then do. Are you kidding me? You know, shut the fuck up. Stupid. Heard everything. Stupidest stuff I've ever. Never could make a call. So I had to use my car and Uber driving for currency. So this guy, he's another jailer. One of them just told me the day before. He's like, Zorn, I'm paid to be a dumb monkey sitting here. I go, I know, right? Your job is not to fix anything, not to know anything, not to accomplish anything sitting at this desk. You're just a big dumb monkey. And does your mom know this? I went there. And I gave it to him. Does your mom know this? That's gotta suck. Job you chose. It sucks, doesn't it? It's like, get a different job, dude. Fuck. And I've told people that I saw some character. I said, dude, go get a job with American Airlines. Go tomorrow. Whatever it's worth, mention my name. I've got 4 awesome letters in my file if you do mention my name, or if they do pull out my name. Lifted quite a few spirits in them, some people, that I saw their character. And this one guy, black guy, Marine, you can see the tattoo on his forearm. And I was trying to, again, another day. I needed to speak to the detective that was down here and was gonna help me. But after what he told me was all bullshit. I didn't say that, but yeah. So I need to talk to the detective that I talked to last night. He didn't know what to do. He's a dumb monkey too. He was getting frustrated. I could see it. He goes, Zorn, I didn't, and I'm like, you can't cross this line that's close to the desk. I go, dude, what is this? I go, what is this? You're showing me fear? You're a Marine. Why are you showing me fear? I was in disbelief. You have a uniform on. What the hell are you showing me fear for? Because you don't know what to say? You can't figure it out? PTSD kicked in major. He started stomping around. He goes, I was in Afghanistan. I was in Fallujah. I'm like, dude, chill. He went over to this little little file cabinet to get a form that he wanted to give me to fill out a complaint form. And it was locked and he couldn't get it open. And he went berserk. He started shaking the whole cabinet like this. I'm like, oh my God. I didn't do it intentionally. I just called him out on it. I just asked him, dude, why are you showing me fear? It's PTSD. Holy shit, that shit's powerful. And I really piss off. And I'm learning. I had someone, I went through a red light. I had just dropped off a nice young woman. And I dropped her off right there on Main and downtown. And I looked over and there's a SUV, city of police. I'm like, you can go. Gives me a stupid look. He goes, roll down the window. He goes, are you okay? Just this macho bullshit. I'm like, I just wanted to say, dude, are you okay? Half of those people in the jobs is taking ecstasy. Most of the people in that jail. And I told them when I walked in, you guys don't mind me. I don't give a damn what you do. My older brother was the most successful drug dealer in our small town in Wisconsin. Nothing I haven't seen. Don't worry about me. Be free to talk. I don't do the shit, so don't even offer. Made it clear. They were cool. They kept it hush-hush. But everyone is on ecstasy, even the jailers. The goddamn employees that we're paying. So disgusting. And that officer that being a smart ass, being macho. That's what I saw in Larry too. It was disgusting, Blanca. I saw that exact behavior. Not saying that he has PTSD. He's just not very. I'm just saying. I hope I bump into him. Blanca, I'll have him curled up in a little ball on the ground within minutes, not lifting a finger. He doesn't have any control. I'm already halfway there from... That scares me, Blanca. That's why I'm so concerned. I know people like that. I see right through him. And I told him, Blanca's the smartest person I know. She's going to see right through you, but you can't because you're filtered and you're blocked. God, that concerns me. But you have a paper that says you're divorced. Doesn't mean anything to me. It didn't before. When we got through and we told the attorneys to F off, we did the exact opposite what they told us to do. Mind fired. Why wouldn't I think this is possible, Blanca? We're made for each other, baby. I love you. I always will. You know that. Always have. From the moment I saw you at that table, baby. Oh my God. Leaned over to this guy turned out to be your brother. God, that girl across from me is amazing. Oh, that's my sister. What? No shit. Oh my God. Can't write that stuff, baby. Hollywood can't write that. My God. Then not knowing it's Dad's Blanca that he talks about for 5 years until the next day. Phew. I gotta go. I love you. What time is it? Just funny that I would have been sleeping by now with 3 glasses of wine and a 2 or 3 Benadryl in me. Blanca, I'm so good now. I'm so healthy. It's just a shame. I'm so strong-minded. It scares me. But I'm so smart that I don't get in trouble. I have to bite my lip every goddamn day. This morning, oh my God. Bit my lip. Not yet, Darren, not yet. Don't say anything. Okay, I'm still good. Nothing's happened. Whew. Turn around, walk away. Whew. I could talk to you all night, baby. I miss you so much. I hope I see you very soon. I'm asking God. I'm going to ask again to give you a hug, to hold you, tell you you're okay, that you're awesome.